Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 50 of my Steins Let's Read. Wow, 50 episodes already. Feels like just yesterday I was starting this all by myself. I'd like to thank everyone who has helped me behind the scenes, Faith for joining me and doing much better female voices than I could ever do. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I opened my eyes to a deep scarlet sky. I'm on my back, lying face up. The sky is vast, and the color ominous. I've never seen it like this before. Where am I? I sit up. There's nothing here.
Well then.
I am hoping dream sequence? A wasteland stretches to the horizon. Nothing but rocks and dust as far as the eye can see. No plants, no water. No sun, no moon. No warmth, no cold. Not a single breath of wind. It looks like hell. Or Mars.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Mars.
A frozen world. It can't be Earth. Mars, I could believe. Yeah, continuing the trend of being about 2 minutes ahead of Okabe.
Well, Okabe's a little dense.
True. Why am I here? This must be a dream. I give up thinking about it and lay down again on the sand.
Good plan.
I guess I'll wake up soon. I should just wait until then. I wait, but the dream shows no sign of ending. Have I ever had a dream this lucid before? There's a terrible ringing in my ears that keeps me awake. I realize that it's the sound of silence. My belongings are gone. I have no watch, no phone. Hopefully pants. The lack of motion numbs my sense of time. How long have I been lying here? It might have only been a second. It might have been 3 days. An epiphany. The concept of time is a human construct. The universe at large has no use for it. As I said, time is the universe's way of making sure everything doesn't happen at once.
Yeah, but I'm sure beings that don't, get hungry 3 times a day wouldn't have much use for time, really.
Time is a cage that we created to feel secure. Within its walls, we can forget our own insignificance. I'm thirsty. It hurts to breathe. This world is no place for a human. We're not strong enough to live in a world without time. Tears fill my eyes. What do they mean? I no longer know. I want to die. Yes, let's die. But what is death? To be frozen in time? Time stopped for me long ago. How can I die in a world that is already dead? Everything inside me is crumbling away. Who am I? I can barely recall. My soul is melting into the void. Is someone there? Anyone? Something moves in the corner of my eye. Impossible. I try to move my eyes, but I've forgotten how. Found you, Okarin! A pleasant voice silences the buzzing in my ear. It reminds me who I am, Okabe Rintaro. This time, my eyes move. There's a girl sitting on a nearby rock. I recognize her. My frozen brain comes alive. Her presence breathes new life into this dead world. Mayuri? My brain is still half asleep, and I cannot speak. It's Mayuri. Sheena Mayuri, my oldest friend. She smiles at me, swinging her legs. This is the Earth, you know. 70 million years ago. Some scary people sent you here in a time machine. This is a dream, right? Mayushi went looking for you and found ocarins from many, many world lines. You're one of the many ocarins and also the original. Mayuri's been a bit deep.
Yeah, this is weird.
Miyushi is one of the many Miyushis, and also the original. And now, Okurin and Miyushi are going to die here.
Dumpling, what happened?
This is a dream. Right, Mayuri? But I know that another Okurin and Miyushi will pick up here where we left off, 70 million years in the future. So everything's a-okay. This is a dream. Gah! I jerk awake on top of the sofa. My body is drenched in sweat. Thank God it was a dream.
Yeah.
It was a dream.
No place like home, Toto.
Yep. I must have fallen asleep sometime around noon. What a horrible nightmare. I guess that threatening email is still weighing on my mind. Still, Mayuri had to save me. Even in a dream, that's unacceptable. I'm the one who saves her. That's the way it should be. Besides, Mayuri's not smart enough to talk about time travel like that.
Well, how long has that Mayuri been looking for you?
True. We only saw a silhouette. If she was like 80, she might have learned a few things.
Depending on how warped time has gotten for her, she could still look very young and have been going on for however long.
Yeah. I sit up and look around the room. She's right where I expect to find her. In front of the TV, watching a Rainet Kakeru DVD. On the screen, the Upa riding Kakeru's shoulders is screaming something unintelligible. I wish I had an Upa. Ellipses. Look at her sitting there all spaced out. Mayuri needs my protection. No, I did not just meow.
Uh-huh. Sure.
That dream was wrong. I chug a Dr. P and check my phone.
Dr. P is still not a supplement for food. Oprah, you wonder why you're so skinny.
No new emails. I sent Tighter a mail several hours ago, just to make sure that he really isn't Suzuha's father. He hasn't replied yet. Ooh, spam!
No.
Maybe this is Tighter. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, from your favorite character. I think we should answer this.
Oh, no.
Because hilarity will ensue. This is Hoyin Kyoma.
Oh, no. I don't know if I can handle this. Oh, dear.
Yan. It's Ferris, Yan.
Don't... Mother, you perked up like a dog hearing a can rattle. Don't do that.
Oh, it's you, Akia Rumiho.
Rumiho is a really interesting name, Mother. What do you think? What? A really interesting name, Rumiho.
I think Ferris makes her job to have at least two nyas in every
Yes,
line.
I know.
Yeah. Who's that, yeah?
I could have sworn her real name was Akiha Rumiho. Don't tell me. Could the D-mail have changed that too?
No, she likes to stay in character.
Yeah, she's staying in character.
There's Ferris, yeah. I don't have any other names, yeah.
Yeah, right. Your true name is Ferris. My apologies. Of course. She's just being her usual self.
And Mother's making fun of me in the kitchen. Don't think I can't hear you!
Well, what is it? If Ferris is calling me, it might be about the IBM 5100. She did promise to help us find one.
You've been too conspicuous, yeah. The cat's out of the bag, and now you're trapped, yeah.
Huh? More of Ferris's usual nonsense?
What?
I did not attempt to say nonsense.
Okay. I believe you.
4 Guardian Kings have awakened, yeah. There's no escape, yeah.
Huh. Is that so? If you think the 4 Guardian Kings can stop me, just wait and see. Akuba will be drowning in blood before nightfall.
After the 4 Guardian Kings are the 4 Guardian Queens, yeah. After that it's the 8 devils and then the Black Angel 12, yeah?
Okay, there's a few of them.
I have no idea. Is this chess?
No, I don't think so. That many? What's going on in this town?
You really stirred up a hornet's nest, yeah? I'm sorry, Kilma, but this is checkmate, yeah?
It is chess.
No, it's not over yet. If I can just acquire the item, I can turn the tide. Have you still not located an IBN 5100?
Sorry, yeah. I have agents looking all over the world, but still no luck, yeah?
What? So she has no progress to report? Please hurry, I'm running out of time.
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you as soon as I find one, Kilma. Until then, hold on to your 9 lives, yeah?
Kyoma's not Nyanyan. He's only got the one.
Well, he might be a little bit in trouble then.
Yeah, I can't die yet. El Sai Kong. Ellipses. She hung up before I could finish. Damn it! That's why I hate talking to Ferris. Anyway, moving on. This time around, my search for an IBN 5100 is going poorly. Actually, I suppose I should consider myself lucky for having found one so easily the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, the IBN 5100 is practically an urban legend. There are people, like Moeka, who've spent months searching with no success. Last time, it barely took me 3 days to reach Yanyabashi Shrine. Almost as
Yanyabashi?
Yanabayashi Shrine. Almost as if something was guiding me there. It was fate. No, it was the choice of Steins Gate. That's why its loss is so painful. Guess that's why they call it the Phantom PC. Daru is sitting at his computer, like always. I read on that channel that some collectors will pay millions of yen to buy one. IBM 5100s are serious business, man. If they have that high a premium, then people must know their secret. They're all after the data in CERN's mainframe. Well, I think it's more rare. People like collecting rare things.
Yeah.
I don't get it. How come they're so expensive? Supply and demand. I mean, I guess they were pretty expensive to begin with. Looks like one cost about $20,000 back in the day. Yeah, and that's $1975.
Yeah, that's a lot.
$20,000. That is expensive. Anyway, I can't believe it's so hard to find one. Sure, it was a nice machine for its time, but only for its time. You'd have to be crazy to want one now.
Collectors.
Yep. Maybe it's one guy buying them all up. The harder something is to obtain, the stronger the desire for it becomes. That's how people are. And that's exactly how I feel now. In the depths of CERN, completely isolated from the outside, lies a database coded with an IBN 5100. What secrets are sleeping there? Could it contain the data from CERN's time machine research? Could there be proof that the Committee of 300 exists? The desire to know grows stronger by the day. It's not just about plunging the world into chaos anymore. We need the power to oppose CERN's evil ambitions, so I can do my evil ambitions.
Well then.
And then there's that threatening email to consider.
With the gelatin.
Daru is confident that CERN won't find us, but I can't afford to take that for granted. After all, we're up against the brightest minds in the world, the scientists who invented the World Wide Web. And they're backed by a secret organization more powerful than any nation. We're way out of our league here. They'd have no trouble at all crushing our puny lab if they desired. That's why we need to have a trump card to hold against them. But without an IBN 5100, we can't move forward. Zash monologues to himself.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting restless. Whoa, what's this? Daru suddenly lurches forward to stare at his monitor. What's wrong?
But there's no way that's right.
What are you talking about? Explain.
Well, I'm pulling data off the server, looking for a way to gain root access. And these files are downloading crazy fast. I mean, we're talking light speed here. It's hard to believe, but for some reason, this area has a direct fiber optic line to CERN. Several lines even.
Direct? What do you mean?
I mean, there is literally a fiber optic cable running from underneath this building to CERN's headquarters in France.
That is one hell of a fiber optic cable.
Yeah, it is.
Is that strange?
Yeah?
Daru calls up the National Assembly of France's website. Then he brings up the command prompt and hammers out some commands. Hey! It is the Windows Trace Root Wrap program!
Have a look. This is the route we use to visit the National Assembly of France's site. It starts from our IP address. From there, it passes through various relays into Japan, jumps to France, then bounces around there for a while before finally reaching the National Assembly site. It takes 16 steps total to get there.
That sounds about right.
The average transfer rate is about 300 milliseconds. That's normal for an overseas connection.
I'm impressed at 8 milliseconds to his local router.
Yeah.
Because usually, at least in North America, it's about 20 milliseconds by that point, at least.
Yeah.
But Japan actually has decent internet infrastructure.
In other words, there's a route we have to take to get from France to Japan. Everyone takes the same route.
Technically not true, but close enough.
Yeah.
Other countries are the same. Even browsing domestically takes about 10 steps. Now let's try CERN.
Daru calls up CERN's homepage on the browser. Then he displays the route like last time. The result? There's only one step. Okay, I'm going to call bullshit on that ping time.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't think light goes that fast.
Yeah, it's a little... Well, it's exaggerated.
Let's find out.
So, if this place's internet goes directly to CERN, I'm starting to get a little worried about CRT man down there.
Yeah.
Because that is some serious coinkydink.
Okay, it is almost 10,000 kilometers from Japan to France. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers a second. It would take 33 milliseconds for light to get from Japan to France. So yeah, unless they figured out a way to go faster than light, you're not getting a 4 millisecond ping to France from Japan.
Yeah.
Because it takes 300ths of a second. But I can look past it, it's just me being a pedantic asshat.
It's okay. Logic sometimes makes you go, eh.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes suspense of disbelief can only go so far.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is 33 milliseconds one way. So it should be a 66 millisecond ping because it has to get there and back. This is just nitpicking, it's a minor detail.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike before, the signal doesn't pass through any intermediate servers. The PC we're using, its registered name is Akihabara PC, is connected directly to CERN in France.
See, this seems a little bit out there to me.
And the transfer rate is hundreds of times better than usual. Crazy fast. You can't even get these numbers domestically, man.
Why do we have a direct line? Is this even possible?
It was like this when we found it. I didn't do anything.
So the building already had a hotline to CERN? This can't be a coincidence. It must just be the choice of Stein.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would there be an independent line running from here all the way to CERN?
Daru's so excited, he interrupted me.
No Japanese or French telecommunications company would set up something like this. Which means...
CERN did it themselves. Daru gulps and nods. Cold sweat oozes from his brow. If CERN has a time machine... No, CERN... Why would CERN give us a direct line?
I don't know.
Like,
It seems like a lot of weird coincidence to do. Like they're
yeah.
might excuse me, like they're 10 steps ahead and planning something.
Yeah.
Which it seems a strange cross to have a direct line and then threaten him with gelatin.
Yeah. If they're trying to subtly help us or something, they wouldn't threaten us with the gelatin. Unless there's two factions in CERN or something.
I have to wonder, I don't remember. Is Tyler working for CERN?
No, he's a rebel against CERN and their dystopia. That's why he's come to past. Or so he says. That,
there can be rebels within the company itself.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he set it up when he was... No.
Because I don't...
He didn't go to 2000.
Because I don't really think that, people will have car-sized time machines just randomly made public on the street.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he had it all set up in 2000, but he didn't go to 2000.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, it's possible he might have built it himself, but that implies that he had the resources and the knowledge to do so.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm thinking is maybe Titer will go from now back in time and set up this hotline to CERN.
Way back when?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it's here now. So Titer wouldn't remember doing it because he hasn't done it yet.
It would take some massive finagling to do that, though.
Titer has a time machine. Hop back to 1900, deposit $1 in the bank, hop back to the present, withdraw your $20 billion.
Yeah, but there's always, is CERN aware of this ping connection? There's no reason for them to leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it forever.
Plugged in.
Without either unplugging it or putting some sort of firewall or whatever.
Yeah.
So either they don't know about it, or it's intended to be there.
Yeah.
And I don't care how much, I don't care how often you can jump in time. You can't lay out a cable with a ping connection in 1940s by yourself for an internet that doesn't really exist yet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he goes back to 1900, puts $1 in the bank. When he gets back to 2000 or so, he has several $1 billion in the bank because of compound interest. He uses that money to install the line.
Yeah, he could have plenty of money to install it, but I don't see why or how it would be installed without the CERN either never knowing about it or never finding it.
Yeah, that's true. Unless they've got someone on the inside.
Yeah, presumably with a company that has so much at stake to not leak out, they take care of where their internet goes.
Yeah, all their data goes.
That is a question.
Yep. Hopefully we get answers.